Hey everyone, Zach here. I'm back with the next episode of Voltron Legendary Defender. Episode 2 of Season 1, Some Assembly Required. With the more than an hour long series premiere being pretty action packed and heavy on exposition and stuff, makes sense that this is a bit of a lighter one, putting the team through some training exercises, actually figuring how to understand how to form Voltron. They formed it towards the end of the first episode, but I guess you can consider it sort of like an adrenaline rush, giving you a surge of strength. They sort of don't know how to do it willingly, decisively. So it's basically about trust building, about coordinating each other and themselves. In a way, like naysayers might say it's sort of filler, but it's necessary, especially this early on. And I like that there's a lot of variety in the types of exercises they do. They have flight exercises with the lions. They have to try to defend each other against little attacking drones. They have to try to eat while linked wrist to wrist, basically tightly handcuffed. So there's some interesting drama, but also plenty of comedy and saying, oh, hijinks ensue, but Allora's not really having it because of the urgency of their mission. Although in her positivity towards her training style, I like her being sort of joyful when it's doesn't seem suitable, like when early on the castle defenses fire upon the lions in order to basically stress them out to the point of trying to combine. And she says, like, cheerfully, like, let fear be your guide. Like that. That was sounded nice coming from her voice. In terms of stuff with the Galra Empire, there's sort of just build up towards the next episode, I'm guessing. They find this, well, they free this creature or former soldier or something like that, that I guess is seeking revenge on the Paladins, even though it's a new roster. And he's going to have some sort of mech to pilot that'll be, I guess, sort of on equal ground with Voltron, given it's, another giant robot. From the looks of it, I think it has a toy, but I forget what it's called. Guess I'll find out in the next one. And a few more things with the lions, because I didn't really go into that, unfortunately, when talking about the premiere. I really like their capabilities, sort of just overall strength, brawn based on their body types. But the different thrusters, each of the styles that the pilots are bringing to it based on the unique capabilities, like Hunks, of course, having the heavy armor. I like the deployment of the pilots. They essentially zipline through a hall, drop into their, battle sleds, or whatever you want to call them. Apparently those each board the lion, and the seat from it, I guess, goes up to the control area. I like that stage of actually coming aboard. I like that. And I'm often a sucker for a good stock footage transformation sequence when it comes to robots and whatnot, and this one has it. I think the premiere actually had most of it, But this again it was really cool. Of course, it has the speed line sort of thing, but it added a really nice touch in that it's of course an outer space backdrop, even when the speed lines are going, sort of like stars soaring across the screen. You could still see planets and nebulae and stuff. Really cool detail there. A couple more shoutouts related to voice acting. I forget the name of the character, but at least the mystic of sorts, clairvoyant or whatever, that Zarkon has in his employ, is voiced by Cree Summer, and she often gives a very impressive performance. If she's going to have an expanded role in some way, it'll be really cool, even if it's sort of in a minor presence compared to the other villains. I think she'll still do a good job. Because speaking of that, one I noticed in the end credits, one of the voice directors, at least for this episode, is Andrea Romano, who also worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. So, more past talent coming together for this show. It's really nice. Otherwise, not much else to talk about in this one. Kind of, sort of filler after the pretty grand opening of the series. But, like Shiro said, they worked pretty hard early on, so that I didn't have a bit of a break, even in episode 2, or separating into decent episode lengths, more like episode 4. So, I guess that's pretty much it for now. See you in episode 3.